If your anxiety is out of control, if your brain feels like mush, if your motivation is gone, and your energy is crashed, this may surprise you, but it's not just mental. Chronic stress creates real inflammation in the brain and body. In this video, we're going to be talking about the hidden link between chronic stress, inflammation, your mood, and your motivation. So if this is something that interests you, stay tuned. So here's how stress can hijack your biology. We have to look at the HPA axis, the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal, and thyroid axis, essentially your endocrine system, and how it responds to stress. Initially, stress is a good thing. We need stress, we need things to change quickly so that we can get away from whatever is stressing us. And often we can have good stress called eustress. But when we have chronic stress, this creates a big problem for our body. What happens is we'll release cytokines like interleukin-6, tumor necrosis factor alpha, which create a whole body inflammation. These are pro-inflammatory cytokines. The body, in response to this, will release cortisol to kind of put the fire out. And this is a good thing also. But when it's always having to put the fire out, our body will get used to this, or it'll start to become insensitive to this and create a cortisol resistance. When this happens, we have more and more of these pro-inflammatory cytokines that can actually get released and cause more damage to the brain and body. It's kind of like firefighters that initially come on the scene. They're doing really good, but they start to fight this fire for 8 hours. They start to become fatigued, and if there's nobody to replace them, they start to make mistakes. So what was initially good becomes bad and starts adding to more problems. This is what happens in the body also when we have this ongoing stress, which we were never meant to have. So here's how inflammation can affect your mood and motivation. Understand that it is not a psychological problem per se, but a physiological problem. When you have inflammation, it affects the brain and the gut and the production of what's called neurotransmitters. These inflammatory cytokines will affect the production of it. So when you have low production of serotonin, you're going to have more depression. When you have low production of GABA, you're going to have anxiety and restlessness. When you have low production of dopamine, you're going to have focus issues. Somebody say something? Oh, and also motivation. So understand that even memory and brain fog have been linked to neuroinflammation, especially in the hippocampus. It's not a broken brain, it's an inflammation problem, and there is a cause for it. So if you can get to the root cause, you'll actually get support for these type of problems. So if you've had any of these symptoms, type fire in the comments, or actually post the symptom you're struggling with in the comments, and listen on, because we're going to be talking about tools and supplements to help you with this. So here are some low-cost tools that won't cost you very much and don't require a membership. The first is going to be breathing. 2 exercises I'll show you. The first, and these are done better through the nose. The first is box breathing. You're going to breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, and then again hold for a count of 4. Doing this several times will help to calm you and relax you. The second one is a physiological sigh. This is where you'll take a big breath in through your nose, and at the very end of that, try to get even more air in by a second breath, and then blowing out fast through your mouth. Doing this has been shown to reduce your heart rate and your blood pressure. So doing that several times will actually help to calm you as well. Meditation is another one. The practice of meditation is really designed to get you to bring your focus back to the breathing. So initially it's difficult to practice this, but start with maybe a minute or 2 and then work your way up to 10, 15, even 30 minutes every day. And what you're going to do is you're going to be teaching your body to bring yourself back to center and help you to be focused and not let things tailspin. Another tool is going to be cold plunges. Now, you could either do a cold shower or use your own bathtub and fill it with cold water, and you do this a couple of times a week. This is an acute stress that's teaching your body that we can tolerate a little bit more stress. So it's improving your tolerance to stress. Plus it's helping to release dopamine and cortisol and helping you to feel better. So try this one as well. Another one is going to be getting outside and getting some grounding. Preferably get yourself on the grass, unless there's a lot of ticks. But you can also use the concrete. I'll go out there on my patio and I'll just go barefoot, and I'll get 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes of sun in the evening. This gives me the vitamin D. It also helps me to get the infrared rays that I need from the sun, which are very beneficial for the mitochondria, inflammation, health improvement. And so get out there and get some sun. This will be one of the best things. In fact, studies have shown that people that are in the sun more actually are happier. Another tool is going to be anti-inflammatory lifestyle, like mild movements, Tai Chi, yoga, walking, swimming, and biking. These are all great and low impact on the body, and it will help to reduce your stress. Plus, they improve lymph flow and help blood flow as well. And then obviously work on relationships, and then diet, which we're going to be talking about next. Remember that your body's not deficient in anti-anxiety medicines or Prozac. It wants to be safe. So we want to give you tools and supplements to help, and food that's going to help your body to feel safe. And we want you to practice this. Here are nutrition and dietary tips for you to put the fire out. The first is cut out things like seed oils, vegetable oil, canola oil, and others, sugar, and highly processed foods. These are all pro-inflammatory, and this should not be in your diet, except for maybe every just once in a while. The second thing is to add things back in. So make sure you're getting healthy fruits and vegetables, especially your green leafy vegetables that provide a lot of nutrients, and your berries. These also give you fiber and help to feed the microbiome, which helps to reduce inflammation and the immune response. You can also add in supplements like omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin C, quercetin. You can add in rutin, lutein, and turmeric. These all help to reduce inflammation in the body. And then you can add in things like magnesium and B vitamins to help you to deal with stress a little bit more effectively. In fact, those two in particular get depleted when we have a lot of stress. And then you can add in adaptogens like ashwagandha and phosphatidylserine. These help you to manage stress also. Here at this clinic, we do targeted testing to figure out what is causing the inflammation in the body and what might be missing in the body to help you to deal with stress better. If this resonates with you, remember this: you're not crazy, broken, or weak. You're inflamed and stressed, and your body's trying to adapt. I help people uncover the root cause and get back control of their life. Follow me for more solutions. And if you're ready for answers, check out my website. Also, if you know somebody that could use this information, share it with them. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.